975.
Right, right.
Given what they're saying and they're accusing them of, man, it's awfully hard to make those claims and not go into making those claims knowing that the plaintiffs have, you know, something in their back pocket in order to prove this. So if emails and text messages and all that starts to come out like they're claiming they have, it could look really bad on Bishop.
Yeah, because that's one thing that I've been telling some of the people that I've been talking to is that, you know, people sue for everything in the world. But in a case like this, and most legitimate attorneys are not going to take on a case that they don't think they can win. You know, they're not going to take on something just for the juice of it. And so I'm looking at this and I'm saying, you know, they've got him flying out of the country with these little boys. He's got a ministry that's specifically for boys ages 13 to like 16 or 17 or something like that. He's got these young boys on payroll. You know, these things don't look good for his side. What, you know, of course we need to pray, but what can we say to those people who are asking us or who are going to look at us and say, you know what, see, this is the church and this is why the church is like that and this is so on and so forth.
Well, what the plaintiffs are going to complain, Stefan, what they're going to complain about, Stefan, is they're going to say that, you know, Longfellow Academy, which is the academy for 13 to 17-year-old boys, was exclusively used to fund, to help fund his addiction. And
Right.
It doesn't look good when they're saying you have an addiction with 17, 16-year-old boys, and then you go and have academy strictly for 14 to 17-year-old boys. I mean, fitting into that age group.
Absolutely.
I mean, we've seen it with Michael Vick funding his, dog fighting operation and the size of how many acres he had to fund his addiction. People with a lot of money and a lot of power, that have bad habits are going to fund those habits, and sometimes they can be very sophisticated in its operation. In regards to them flying the boys over, it's also in the reports that he flew the boys over on a private plane, and then the boys would fly back on a commercial plane while Bishop Eddie Long would stay in the country that he was visiting. And that's not looking good when you check into hotels with the alias of Dick Tracy.
Yeah. I mean, you checking into a hotel, you couldn't think of Michael Smith. I mean, Bob Johnson wasn't available. You had to go with Dick Tracy. And
John
just,
Doe or something.
yeah, because just simple things like that will convict you in the court of public opinion. Simple things like that with the words Dick Tracy will say, look, he was trying to be cute about his addiction. He was trying to be cute about what he was doing. This is a done deal.
Tune into Moment of Clarity with Stefan G every Thursday at 2 p.m. only on J97.5.